Hello and welcome everyone. IPL 2.0 Paras. I don't know what do we call this because this is the first time in the history of cricket that a tournament is being carried forward to a few months later, and here we are in September, 19th of September. The last IPL 2020 was played on this very date in Dubai, and here we are again, the second phase of the IPL Paras. Welcome to the show. What are your thoughts on the new energy that has come within us for this tournament?
Thank you, firstly, Ash. In an exciting competition, yes, you are correct. It's the first time a tournament's been split into two, and due to obvious reasons, things that couldn't be avoided then. But now that it's here, there's a lot of energy and excitement. All fans in a queue to support their teams, and none other than the best teams of the IPL taking on each other today.
Chennai Super Kings versus Mumbai Indians. It's tell me a better rivalry in domestic leagues. There is none. This is the biggest one. Chennai with the MS Dhoni era and the brilliance and his legacy. And here we have Mumbai Indians with Rohit Sharma and his young men, his absence today, but brilliant Mumbai Indians as well.
Well, absolutely. When you talk about the rivalry, the first image that comes to my mind is this when Bravo went on head on against Pollard, and
Pollard.
the rivalry and the excitement and the close counters and the number of trophies that they've won. It's always mind boggling seeing these close contests against such great teams, and the lineups that we have for both of them are so evenly poised, so
Yeah,
issly balanced. The variety that both of them have is the reason that
absolutely.
they're such dangerous teams in this tournament.
The playing 11 of Mumbai Indians, if you have a look at them, there is no Rohit Sharma. Mind
Yeah.
you, no Rohit Sharma in a Mumbai Indians team. I don't know when was the last time that Rohit Sharma hasn't put on the Mumbai kit. You've got Anmol Preet Singh coming in for Rohit Sharma. Big shoes to fill. Could we
Yeah.
see, Paras, could we see Ishan Kishan open with Quinton de Kock rather than a Surya Kumar Yadav looking at the lineup?
We can see anything, even a Krunal Pandya opening. It's Mumbai Indians. The batting lineup that they possess. I'm sure they're not going to miss Rohit Sharma. Such is the attitude that the Mumbai team possesses, and Anmol Preet, given the shot making that even he possesses, he's just looking forward to capitalize today, irrespective of
Yeah.
how well he performs. He's going to be ousted once the Sharma comes back. So it's just a one day's opportunity that he has.
And Paras, the toss won by none other than the Don, Mr. MS Dhoni. He fails
Yeah,
to, do nothing wrong when he's
yeah,
out there in the middle. So he's won the toss and he's elected to bat first. If you look
yeah.
at the Chennai Super Kings lineup as well here for a minute, they've got fantastic balance in their team. It's been the same throughout. You've seen Suresh Raina, Ambati Raidu, MS Dhoni, Faf du Plessis, Ravindra Jadeja, and Deepak Chahar, Dwayne Bravo being the core of this CSK lineup. So, what are your thoughts on this playing 11? Do you think that they are a much more balanced side at the moment, given the fact that a lot of players have been playing regular international cricket in their side?
Yes and no. So, it's T20, so anything can happen, firstly. But looking at this lineup, the only thing that Chennai was missing out was an express pace. And looking at Josh Hazelwood's name there, really,
Right.
counterbalances Chennai Super Kings now. And, as you rightly pointed out, a lot of players are active international players in sublime form. And the ones who
Correct.
are out of international cricket have been performing very well globally in the T20 league or in their respective home T20 cricket tournaments. So it's an excellent team. And looking at Moeen Ali's name there, I would just want to point out, if this you talk about as IPL's 2.0 version of the same particular season, we have a Moeen Ali 2.0 as well. The way the way
Yes.
the way Dhoni's used him, promoted him up the order, and the way he's fired, we have seen the same agenda used by the English cricketers as well of promoting Moeen Ali and getting the best out of him. So as we've always pointed this, that IPL has made international stars and also given domestic heroes.
Absolutely. What a great point you made there, Paras. Because you spoke of Moeen Ali, and he's someone who started off as a left handed batsman, his
Yeah,
international career as a batsman. And then that 2014 India England series in England, that's where he discovered that he was a maestro in spin as well. So now he's become that person who can be very reliant with the bat and
yeah,
a wicket taking bowler with the ball. So MS Dhoni has hit the right button and he's got him, you know, he's used him really well, like you just said, and got a revamped version of a Moeen Ali here, and we
Yeah,
could well see him at number three, like we saw last time around. But a great
yeah,
batting lineup for CSK with Ruturaj Gaikwad and Faf du Plessis up top. Faf du
yeah,
Plessis obviously not getting selected for the World Cup for the
yeah,
South African side, and
yeah,
you've got Ruturaj Gaikwad, who's a very young cricketer, and he's been really good in the first edition or the first phase of the IPL, if I may say.
yeah,
So you
yeah,
think
yeah.
that this partnership is something like, an experienced, calm, level-headed person with a young
No.
person, young lad who can play his shots like Ruturaj does?
When we talk about an opening, pair, the word which is always used is complementing each other. Faf du
Right,
Plessis takes the attack, right from the first ball. Gaikwad, takes a little bit of time to settle down, but once he's set, he can clear the 30-yard circle at ease. He pretty much hits straight rather
right.
than cross. So the way he's been batting and pacing his innings is purely because of the time he's getting due to Faf du Plessis. And Chennai has always had a lot depending on these two since the last 2 years of the IPL. But now the inclusion of Suresh Raina as well has balanced out the team. So that left, right, left, right, left, right, like the complexion of the team is very nicely set.
Combination is right. You're right. Absolutely
Combinations,
right.
right? And one point that I would want to see is Dhoni being promoted up the order, and we get to see a
My
few
God.
helicopters tonight.
Thalaiva. So my next
Yeah,
talking point was definitely going to be MS Dhoni. I cannot keep him out of a conversation that we have about cricket in general,
yeah,
let alone Mumbai Chennai. So MS
yeah.
Dhoni being named the mentor for the
Hmm.
Indian T20 side for the coming World Cup. Do you think that he is going to play like he has nothing to lose because he's not going to be recognized as an international cricketer anymore, being looked up as a mentor for the Indian side? So here he has a point to prove for himself, and he's someone who has set a reputation within himself that he's not someone who will give up that easily. So could you
Yeah.
think that, like you said, MS Dhoni being promoted up the order, that was my question to you, Paras, and you just brought it to light. So do you think he would promote himself up the order? Because given the fact that he's very good when he plays spin bowling and he's much more comfortable in the middle overs. So
Yeah.
could we see MS Dhoni come up today?
Fingers crossed. Firstly, I would love to see MS Dhoni. And talking about your first point as a mentor, big congratulations to him. It's
Right,
very very important that the current set of international cricketers have someone who's mentoring them who is also of the current generation. The mindset of both
correct.
will be working co-side. And also when we talk about MS Dhoni having fun, this is the tournament that I think he should be having a lot of fun, probably his last IPL tournament. I know we've been talking about this point since a few years now, maybe it's last
Right.
the last tournament was his last, but now we see him again. So we don't ever want to see such a cricketer retire, but age spares nobody. But MS Dhoni should go all guns blazing in this tournament, and it'll be nothing better to see than CSK lifting the trophy.
Wow, CSK lifting the trophy. Just when I was about to ask you, you're just reading my mind. That do you think CSK has what it takes? But let's scrap that point as you've covered it anyway. Talking about Mumbai Indians bowling, Jasprit Bumrah has been in phenomenal form in England. I just wanted to ask you, how difficult is it to switch off from this test thinking where you have to just bowl consistently on length and come to this
Yeah.
T20 cricket where you're going to be whacked if you bowl at the length. So you have to completely change your natural game that you've been building up for the last 40 odd days and come to this
Yes.
arena where Dubai International Stadium doesn't offer much to the pacers, a bit of turn for the spinners. Do you think that Bumrah needs to, or every fast bowler who's played test cricket in the last 40 days for the Indian team or the English side has to just come out and change their natural game and come up with something different or something out of the box, Paras?
See, the international cricketers, they'll have to adapt with the situation. But as you
Absolutely.
rightly pointed out, trying to stick to the good length, right outside off stump, is a muscle memory that he's developed now. His
Right.
mindset of whatever he's thinking, his ball is basically going to land on the off stump, outside off stump, on a good length. But when we talk about the white ball cricket, the white ball seems to be a little lighter than the red ball, and it tends to zip a little more, and you tend to do a lot more other things with the white ball. And also the cutters that he possesses are fantastic deliveries. It foxes a lot of batsmen, irrespective of how set or how new they are. Uh, Yash, I think we seem to have lost your connection. But just going forward, talking about the Mumbai Indians team here, we've covered Bumrah. Second would be Treadbolt. Treadbolt is a fantastic left-arm fast bowler. Swings the ball inwards to the new batsman. And barring that, we see Adam Milne being inserted in the team today. Another quick pacer. And also talking about the spin quadrant, Krunal Pandey will always be a part of the Mumbai Indians, given the bat and the quality that he possesses with the bat and ball. Yash, we have you here.
I'm
I've
so
just
sorry.
covered. That's
I'm so
fine.
sorry. I
I've
just
just
thought
covered two
what was happening
points.
with me. I was talking, I was listening to you, and I go like, am I just knocked out of the conversation? But thank you for covering the spinning points because I wanted to talk about
Yeah,
Rahul Chahar, and I really
yeah,
wanted to know your opinion
yeah,
because you've seen good spin bowling very closely as you have played, and while we've grown up, we've seen Shane Warnes, we've seen different kind of leg spinners, and here
yeah,
we come. Rahul Chahar is not someone who flights the ball; he bowls it
yeah,
really quick. So do you think
yeah.
that's something that gives him a bit of the edge over the other bowlers and the current lot of leg spinners that are there in the international circuit? Something different about him, Paras, that you see that no one else possesses?
See, first I'll talk about the action that he possesses, more of open chest,
Right,
right? And the second part is that the rotations that he gets on the ball
right,
are pretty strong. So we have seen this a lot of times that even a half tracker that he bowls when the batsman goes onto the back foot tends to spin, and then the batsman kind of drags and the ball goes up. So, the
right.
rotation that he gets is also
Absolutely.
very good. And given the experience that he possesses playing in the UAE, and in the previous edition as well as this year, now after this he's selected for the T20 World Cup. So
Right,
just three grounds, and he understands that one boundary is 60 meters and the other is 90. The captain also has to use him accordingly.
correct.
It isn't easy bowling in these conditions. In the second innings, a lot of dew comes into the picture, but as you said, he's a fast kind of a leg spin bowler, so he relies on line and length.
Right. Thank you so much, Paras. The players and umpires are out there, and I
Yeah.
would like to just know your prediction for today's game because it's the first game. I will give you your time. You can take your time, and you can tell me in the mid show as well. You can change your prediction, but from the next show, I'm not going to leave you anything. So, what's your prediction for today? Chennai versus Mumbai. Chennai winning the toss, electing to bat first. Your call, Paras.
Given Mumbai are always slow starters, this is a new season. Irrespective of what the points table suggests, I'll go with Chennai today purely
You go with
because of
Chennai today.
the batting lineup that they have. Yeah.
A lot of Dhoni fans hitting the like button right now and following Paras on all social media platforms. That thank you so much. So thank you, Paras, for joining with me. Thank you to all our viewers, the players and umpires are out there. We'll see some live action, some crisp bowling by the Mumbai Indians, and some big hitting, hopefully by the CSK batters. So thank you, Paras. I'll see you in the mid-match show. We'll talk more about how the first innings went, and
Absolutely.
hopefully about your prediction being right for the CSK fans.
Fingers crossed.